and be honest. Oh, oh, oh. Let me see you bounce right to the left and make you shoulder lean and make you shoulder lean. Get it right. Two step and let your shoulder lean. Just let your shoulder lean. Oh boy, I hit it right. Two step and let your shoulder lean. Oh boy. Okay. And get it right. Two step and let you. Just let you. Oh boy. Scoot over a little bit. Can't lie, won't lie. Oh, there we go. I wanna tell you exactly what's on my mind. Oh boy. It's H2O. H2O. Some good cold water on ice. That's what I want. Don't just give me the cold water. Give me the cold water on ice. Ice. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh. All right. Where the coffee at? Oh, about to get started. Still smoke show in the basement. Parole one more time. If there's anybody in the building, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Oh, what time tonight? Ugh. Uh, I'm just being honest. Oh, being honest. Hopefully you start at 5. Yeah, I really start. Hopefully you start at 5. I bet. I bet, boy. I bet. On my mind. Oh, shut up. Hopefully you start at 5. You know, I think some of these comments, especially when people I know or don't know, but, you know, chat with, whatnot, I really believe it be a setup sometimes. It's like, why do y'all ask these dumbass questions? I know what people. I, I hate when people know you're about to go live. They start texting, calling. Oh my God. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another I'm listening. You take the man out of the. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another vision of you. I was. You take the man out of the city, out the man. You take the man out of the. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Oh boy. Operation. I was in the dream. You take the man out of the city, not the stuff. And when I'm back at your girl, I feel. Still smoking show. Get myself together, but you know. Let's see what we doing. What we doing? What we doing tonight? Let me see. Trying to see something. If y'all don't know, I'm always trying to see something. Let me see something. Okay. Let me see something, dog. Okay, so we in there. Okay. We in there. Just trying to see something. We're gonna get started. I'm well behind here. I don't give a damn. It's Black History Month. You can't take me natural as I am. Okay. If during Black History Month you can't take me natural as I am. Hopefully you start at 5. I started at 5:30. Okay. We did make it at 5:30 though. Right? That's worthy mention. So here we go, you guys. Parole one more time. I'm gonna let this first one roll, and I'm gonna get my mind right. This one is actually a revocation. We're gonna get to it. Got my voice ready tonight too. I'm so prepared. Parole one more time, you guys.
Good morning. The Louisiana Committee on Parole is impaneled at headquarters in Baton Rouge. Today's date is February the 11th, 2026. The time is now 8:45. With the staff at headquarters, please introduce yourselves.
Carla Williams.
Francis Abbott.
And we are at the St. Bernard Jail. And would you, staff, please introduce yourselves?
Sergeant Babin.
I'm sorry, the last name again?
Babin, D-A-B-I-N.
Thank you. Hey, Sergeant, do you have anything to say about this offender before we get started?
I do not know, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Sir, would you please state your name and your DOC number for the record?
Yes, ma'am. Richard Fontenot, 733-076.
Okay. Mr. Fontenot, you're before this panel with allegations of violating your conditions of parole. Do you have a piece
I
of
see
paper
somebody's in the building. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you had a good evening, good day today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the answers to that questionnaire indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. Have you hired an attorney for today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started then. I'm going to read out the allegations against you, and I need you to enter a plea of guilty with a statement, or not guilty. Condition number 2 states that you will submit a monthly report by the 5th of every month until you complete your supervision. And you'll also report to your parole officer when ordered to do so. You absconded supervision on or about March 2025. How do you plead?
Can I ask a question?
No, not until we finish this part, okay? So I just need a plea at this point.
What if that's his question?
Like guilty, yes.
Because we know they're not the brightest tools on the
Okay.
shelf. Maybe he
My
don't
question
understand.
got something to do with that. Like,
Okay.
I don't like.
Okay, so what is your question now?
Does violating
shut
my
up, I'm sorry.
parole violate probation at the same time?
Parole and probation are two separate things.
Okay, so like, if I violate my parole, that's why I didn't violate, because I didn't know if it violates probation. I would have violated if I would have known that I couldn't get an answer out my parole officer.
Okay, well, let's stick with this parole portion, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, allegation for condition number 3, you moved from your address of record and your whereabouts were unknown until your most recent arrest. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Number 4, you were arrested on 10/30/2025 by NOPD relative to a St. Bernard warrant for battery of dating partner, simple criminal damage to property, and resisting an officer. You now have a trial date of April 4th, 2026. How do you plead?
Guilty.
And number 9, you
Well,
failed to allow.
Anybody here?
An
Well,
officer to visit your residence
denied.
and search a property, person, and vehicle because you had absconded in March.
Or revoked.
Guilty.
Damn. Excuse me.
Mr. Fontenot, do you have any other comments to make about your behavior on parole?
I mean, I stayed employed. Yeah, I didn't have the same address, but I definitely stayed employed. I was doing HVAC with Robert Refrigeration. And I mean, the only problem I had was
They impressed by them, Robert. They
not
love them.
reporting, you know?
Well, you also have pending charges.
Yes,
so-
ma'am.
Okay, so if there's no questions by my colleague, based on your admission of guilt.
Whoa,
I'll
she
go ahead
voting
and pass
already?
The first vote. My vote today is to revoke based on continued criminal behavior. Ms.
Yes,
Staples
I concur with Ms. Ledoux.
and Mr. Barra.
Concur, Mr. Ledoux, same reason.
Mr. Fontenot,
That was
in
quick.
reading your preliminary reports, I hope that you get some anger management help, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Damn.
welcome.
He said you're welcome. So paroled, revoked. He didn't play no games with the system. He didn't have time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest. You can see some of our brothers that are so used to the system and whatnot. I almost cuss. I'm sorry, I'm working on my language. I do speak English and I like to stay there. But you could tell he was ready to go back to sleep. Oh yeah, all this stuff was just he was looking around and yawning. He ready to go back because it's probably just missed breakfast. So he ready to get back. He was way too guilty. Oh, I'm guilty to everything. They asked me, "Can I ask a question?" No, and they asked, and he said, "All right, well then I'm guilty." You know what I mean? He just wanted to make sure his parole. He wanted to make sure his parole wasn't violated. His probation, bruh. They just sent you back to prison. The pardon board, the parole board. You talk about probation. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and go to the next one. We've got Derry. Would you say Derry? Derry Sherman coming up next. DLC number 500129. Let me send out a couple of notifications. See if I can get some love in here. I know it's just me and you. And I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I ain't gonna say that. I have a person that it don't matter if it's 3 a.m., 2 a.m., any of that. They're watching, and oddly enough, they never say anything. But YouTube people might not speak English. But I think you are them. You are Babylon. Right up to Babylon. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. Make sure I'm gonna post one up. It did. All right, they should be on the way now. There we go. I don't know what Facebook has against Shot at Shot. All right, we're good. I'll log out. All right, let's do it. This is the one from earlier today. That was I chopped it up into clips, and actually, to be honest, I didn't watch the clip, so let's do it. Okay, maybe we got one more.
At headquarters in Baton Rouge.
All right, for one more time. Interesting. Where did my message go, YouTube? Huh. Oh, it's great.
Good morning. The Louisiana Committee on Parole is impaneled at headquarters in Baton Rouge. On the panel today, to my left is Ms. Stapleton. To my right is Mr. Barra. I'm Ms. Ledoux. We are at Jefferson Parish. Staff.
Yes, good morning. How you doing? Deputy Joshua Scott with Jefferson Parish.
Yeah, getting ready to get Mr. Gravois.
All right, yeah, still getting them out. Guava. Who? Mr. Guava? Robert.
Thank you very much. Do you have anything to say about the offender before we get started?
You're good.
No.
He's okay. Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello, sir. Good. On my left is Ms. Stapleton. To my right is Mr. Barra, Ms. Ledoux. And would you introduce yourself with your name and your GOC number?
Yes, ma'am. Robert Joseph Bravo the third. What number I need? DOC 591238.
Okay. Mr. Gravois, do you have in front of you a piece of paper that you recognize your signature on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the answers to that questionnaire indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. Have you retained counsel?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
What do you got the feelings on
You're going to be
retaining
asked some
counsel
questions by Mr.
on
Barra, and
revocation?
you're going to answer guilty with a statement, or not guilty.
I'm always
Okay?
gonna have me somebody if
ma'am.
I can.
Barra.
All right, Mr. Gravois, it's alleged you violated the conditions of your parole by violating number 3. That you failed to provide a valid address.
Be right back. I need to find me a pen.
Preventing probation and parole from visiting you at home or elsewhere. Your whereabouts were unknown until your arrest on 10/1/25. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
All right, you have failed to refrain from criminal conduct as evidenced by your arrest on 10/1/25 by the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office for 2 fugitive attachments and a municipal traffic attachment and theft. How do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And you failed to make a single payment towards your supervision fees. How do you plead to that?
Guilty.
All right. Do you have anything that you want to tell us or explain to us, anything before we vote?
Yeah, I was just trying to get myself together. I kind of got lost in the system on the outside. I went to Avenues in Covington. I graduated, and I'd asked them to place me in a place where I can. I'm homeless without that. I went through a bad divorce in 18, and I've been trying to scrape my way back to the top. I'm 50,000 in child support right now, and in arrear. And I went to this place in Covington, but they kicked me out for not having a job on time. So I was back on the streets in New Orleans within 2 or 3 months after getting out in May, and I was doing great until then. I had asked to go to the Bridge House, or a place, where I was going to be in a position, to succeed, or any like other Christian program, that would set me up for success. I mean, I can't say, once I got out on my own reconnaissance, I ended up reoffending and, I fell back to my old ways. But I just hope they kind of see that I wasn't, I was trying to do the right thing. I got a little 8-year-old who'll be 9 in July, will be 40 in March. I'm not getting that much younger. I'm still young, but I want to turn it around right now before it does get, I'm too old. But,
Do you have
yeah, that's about it.
You have a problem with drugs?
Yes, sir. I've been struggling with opiate addiction since I was about 12. I got in a dirt bike accident. I got prescribed some pain medicine as a teenager and, as a preteen, and I've been struggling ever since. I completed drug court in Lafourche Parish. In 2015, I graduated that. I did good for about 3 years. And like I said, around the time of the divorce, I went back out. I relapsed in 2018. And I had some points in between, but I did it. I started doing time around that time. I started about 31, I did a year, and at 35, I did another year. And I just did a year at 38 to 39, like when I turned 39.
I'm back in the building. Parole one more time. Anybody here?
Checked yourself into rehab on 7/16, but you left on 7/31.
No, I graduated Avenues. I stayed 50 days. I stayed 50 days in Covington. I was around, I don't know, about 7. I don't think I went anywhere in August.
July.
Oh yeah, July I was at Avenues. I graduated, the one in Covington. It used to be Townsend. I stayed there. It was a 28-day program. I stayed about 45, 48 days. And then I went to True Freedom, IOP. I was doing 3 days a week IOP, and I was at a 3-quarter house. They had let me go because I didn't have a job in time.
What do you say, a 3-part house?
I was doing the IOP. I was going to the meetings and everything else. So that's how I ended up back on the streets. But yeah, no, I completed all the programs. I stayed as long as I could. I was actually trying to stay at that place longer.
He's a straight talker.
Any other questions? Mr. Barra, you ready?
Yes, all right, Mr. Gravo, I believe that you do have a problem and that you do need some help and treatment, so I'm gonna not revoke you. In fact, in lieu of revocation, I'm gonna send you to a long-term DOC substance abuse treatment program. And upon completion of that, I see they screening you for drug court somewhere.
They get accepted, but they said I couldn't be on parole, and they had accepted me for the one out here for specialty court.
Okay, well, then what you're gonna get with DOC is gonna probably be even better than that. I was gonna say, if they accept you for the drug court week, that would follow the DOC treatment. If not accepted in drug court, then you just follow the outpatient plan that comes with the DOC.
Where the DOC one's gonna be?
Well, there's several different ones. It'd be something like Steve Hall.
All right.
On that one?
Is that still prison?
Yeah, you're still locked up for it. You don't get a true chance to leave until you finish. A little incentive to make sure you complete. Or I could revoke you.
I mean, how long the DOC one is? I'm just tired of being in prison, bro. I got stabbed in my head. I don't really deserve a lot of stuff that goes on. You know what I'm saying? These places ain't exactly treatment,
Well, the DOC, when they evaluate you and they determine how long you're gonna stay.
I mean, this would be immediately. I'd have to wait, like a long time, or?
Hopefully not. I can't tell you that how long that takes to get in either. It depends on availability, but I'm gonna leave it open where they can send you into one of whichever one opens up first.
All right.
All right, so
Damn,
that's my
Keisha.
vote to, in lieu of revocation, complete DOC, long-term, something like Steve Hall, but doesn't have to be Steve Hall. And,
What long-term means?
You need to, they'll explain all of that. This is not the time for all of your questions, okay?
I'm sorry.
means
That's
longer than
okay.
28 days.
Ms. Stapleton?
I concur with Mr. Barra.
And my vote today would be to revoke based on your 4th felony offender and you've had treatment and you continue to abscond. However, a 2-to-1 vote, you will be sent in lieu of revocation to a long-term DOC substance abuse facility. And that concludes our business at 9:02.
First hearing is done, and in lieu of revocation, he was sent to a facility, a long-term treatment center. So we're gonna keep going. We got Larry St. Amit. That's actually the one that was like I said on the clips today. So it should be a good one. Oh boy. Accountability these days is at an all-time low. Accountability of self. I can't hold nobody else accountable. All-time low. The human spirit, all-time low. Confidence in oneself and their abilities, all-time low. Well, body acting like I hadn't had no water all in a year. Oh, parole one more time, everybody. Number one producer of prison inmates in the world. Not even top 10 in crime. Number one incarceration. Probation. I had to catch myself because I was about to start freestyling, and this is not it, Sean. This is not it. Let's do it. Next hearing's coming up now. Once again, if you guys come in, I'm not really looking at the comments all the time. So like, share, subscribe. Let me know you're in here, man. I'm not begging for views. I don't need you. I just want you to come have a good time. There's a difference. You know what I mean? What do I look like? I'm gonna beg you? No, come have a good time. Come have a good time. I love having company. That's the thing. Good people keeping me company. Come on. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go back and check out my last, I think it was my last um, short. It was this trial, but here we go. People are going to be looking for this one tonight, and they're going to miss it because they didn't get here in time. There we go. All right, parole one more time. Larry St. Amit. From what I heard, it sounded like he's never mind. I got a question for you guys. Am I the a-hole? We'll do that in a minute. I've got some questions that were asked that I want to ask you guys. See what you think in a minute.
Some Parish Correctional Center. Thank Okay, good morning. We're back at the Jefferson
Parole
Parish
one more time.
Correctional Center. Thank you so much, Mr. Marlborough, for your assistance this morning. Could please state your name and your DOC number for the record?
Sanema, 465-753.
I see we got another view in the building.
Mr.
Thanks for
Sinema, you're
stopping
before
in.
this panel. Panel is Ms. Stapleton to my left, Mr. Barra to my right, and Ms. Ledoux. Do you have a piece of paper in front of you that you recognize your signature on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your answers to that questionnaire indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. We're going to ask Mr. Barra to ask you some questions about your violations, and you will answer with a guilty, not guilty, or guilty with a statement. Mr. Barra?
All right, it's alleged that you were engaged in criminal activity when you were arrested on 3/6/24 by the Jefferson Sheriff's Office.
Listen
for
to this. This is
contraband in a
hilarious.
Correctional facility and possession with intent to distribute cocaine, oxy. The bill of information on the Jefferson docket.
And when I mean it's hilarious, like his
indicated
face,
the
he's stone
charges
faced,
were
man.
accepted by Jefferson Parish, and your court date was 2/9, but it looks like it's been continued to 3/12/26. How do you plead to that violation?
Yo,
Guilty,
I do.
That-
not guilty.
Not
I thought
guilty?
it was going to say guilty.
You have some questions, Mr. Barra?
Well,
I'm about to say they
listen,
taking notes or what's going on. They studying, ain't they?
As at the preliminary hearing, you pled not guilty. And you made the statement that I believe I was a target of an investigation and that the traffic stop was illegal. I understand how so many officers
might be
searched
right.
me and they didn't
He might be
find
right, but
anything
that's not
until
what
I
you
got
want to say
jail.
here. Don't do
We
it, bro.
strip search and there is no evidence
Just
that
say I
the
didn't do
drugs
it.
were found on me in the jail. So elaborate on that. Tell us why you think you were targeted and why do you think the officers are lying? What's your defense against it?
Well, when the traffic stop happened, they kind of asked her for information and everything, and asked me did I have my license. Once they asked me for my license, the other officer, the passenger officer, he just pulled me out of the vehicle. He pulled me out of the vehicle and just went to searching me. He gave me no reason of nothing would happen. You know, he just went to searching me.
If you're a
After
felon,
that,
do
he
they
kinda
have to
went
give you a
ask
reason?
me questions about some past
Honest
things
question.
that I didn't engage in anymore. Figured I probably do something. And I don't know. I ended up here. As far as them finding anything in the jail, or anything also, they didn't find nothing here. I'm not even charged with that charge anymore.
Now listen, I hear him. But it didn't piece together. You gotta have your story together. That didn't. I hear you, but that didn't piece. Like you gotta get real
The report
conspiracy
says
theories.
They found,
Watch this.
you were arrested during an ongoing narcotics investigation and that you were found to be in possession of 17 grams of white rock-like substance. And then that was at the scene of the traffic stop. And then a scan at the jail, officers found 2 more bags of white rock-looking substance weighing 42 grams. So they're saying they found drugs on you on the
42.
scene and they found drugs on you on the jail. Did they find any drugs?
Sir, on the no, sir. At the traffic stop, they only got a phone and 1 gram of marijuana off me, sir.
So if they say they found 17 grams of white rock substance at the scene over there, then someone's telling a lie.
Yes, sir. The body cam was showing. I was trying to get the body cam to you, but my father, he was trying to call Miss Betty Williams. He was trying to get the information of how we could have got the body cams to y'all, so y'all could have went over it and kind of looked over it and for yourself.
They're not gonna do that, unfortunately, bro.
All right. And then the officers at the jail, which is different officers, say they found 2 bags of white rock substance weighing 42 grams.
That was the same officer who brought me in.
He did the strip search at the jail?
Yes.
And he
No,
said,
he put me on the machine and then he just left out. He didn't tell the officer who was sitting at the monitoring machine. He didn't tell him nothing. He just put me on the machine and he just took off. Then he just took out.
Mm.
okay.
Then he didn't hand that officer nothing who was at the machine. He didn't tell him nothing. After he put me on the machine, came off, and then he left. He never said nothing.
Louisiana really does have a problem
All
like
right.
this, but the
For
parole,
the
what is the,
preliminary hearing,
what's the
no,
parole
for the
board supposed to do?
preliminary
Start
hearing,
a president up believing?
I guess
I
they
mean-
dismissed it, the introduction of contraband. Because they for the commission, they just have me charged with one charge, which is P-WIT right now.
Gotcha. All right, anybody else have any questions for him?
I don't.
No, I have statements.
Look at her. What is she? What? And that's what they're thinking,
Yeah,
not
Mr.
me.
Sonneman,
They're like, what
you
can
know,
I do with that?
If we have a police report versus, we have, that evidence is what we need, we go by, okay?
You heard what she said without
Okay.
saying it. Wow. If they get the police
All right,
evidence,
I'll
That's what
assign
they
the
go
case.
by.
I'll cast the first vote.
I mean, that's
I'm looking at this case, you're a third of habitual offender for drugs, and then they finding drugs on you again, and your excuse this time is the cops are lying on their police reports. You leave me no choice but to revoke your parole.
Stapleton.
I concur, Mr. Barrow.
My vote is also to revoke for having illegal drugs. Thank you.
Okay.
I think that concludes our business there at Jefferson.
right.
Appreciate y'all's help.
so he will be
And
headed
that's
back to
9:16.
prison, revoked. All right, you guys, here goes the next. Parole denied for Mr. Emmett. Or I mean, revocation. It was revoked. Who else they got on here tonight? That's a long one. All right, parole one more time. We got another one coming up. We're gonna go with Michael Coleman. He is up for revocation. I believe this one I believe when I was looking at the notes earlier that he had a situation with a family member at a funeral. Definitely something to do, I think, with his sister. So we'll see. Parole one more time. Let me know what you guys think. We're here all night. All night. Looks like we got somebody in the building. Thank you for stopping in, hanging out with me. You don't have to be here, but you chose to be here. So thank you. Thank you for making me not be the weird guy talking to himself. Thank you for that. Let's get to it. Got about 2 minutes. I like these little breaks in between the parole hearings because I can get done whatever I need to get done. Today's Thursday. See where my wife's at. All right. Got my mind right. Hopefully you're ready. Let's get to it. Revocation hearing. Parole one more time. Still smoking show in the basement.
Good morning. It's now 10:15 and the Louisiana Committee on Parole is going to be hearing offenders at West Baton Rouge Parish Jail. On my left is Carolyn Stapleton. To my right is Mr. Bob Rye. I'm Ms. Ledoux. We're the panel today. Would the offender please introduce yourself with your DOC number? I'm sorry, you're on mute. You can unmute.
Okay, you can hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes. Is there anyone in the room with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
You want me to get somebody?
No, sir. Go ahead and state your name and your DOC number.
No, my name is Michael Coleman. My DOC number is 559151.
Mr. Coleman, you're before this panel with allegations that you violated the conditions of your parole. Do you have a piece of paper in front of you that is a questionnaire and you see your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your
Can you
answers
honestly
to
say
that indicate that you're not eligible for
you've ever hated
appointed
somebody enough to
counsel.
where you would set them up?
I shouldn't need it.
Like really,
I don't
really?
think I don't think I need it, but maybe I do. I don't know.
And you
but
see
you're
why
not
that's relevant
eligible.
in a minute.
Oh,
You're not eligible for appointed counsel.
yes, ma'am.
He should be.
I'm going to read the allegation against
He
you.
should be.
And then I need you to enter a plea of guilty with a statement, or not guilty.
Okay.
Condition number 4, on 8/2/2025, you committed the offense of simple battery and interfering with emergency communication, evidenced by your arrest by the Addis Police Department. On 8/18/25,
Huh?
the 18th JDC billed the subject with simple battery and interfering. However, the pending charges were dismissed in open court. How do you plead?
I plead not guilty.
So what happened that you were arrested, and can you give me a
I'm gonna try to make it as brief as possible, man, because I know y'all got a lot to do. This is a big misunderstanding. I just was released. I did 10-year sentence. It's complete. I didn't never got a write up the whole time. I did the whole 10 years with no write up. I got every class I could get while I was in there, including the STEP program, a full year. I got a pile of certificates. I'm ready to change. I've changed my life. I'm doing IOP. My grandmother got sick.
hear
She was
this?
99 years old, which is my mama's mama. And I came down to West Baton Rouge to see her before she passed. Well, the night I got here, she ended up passing away, and we had a little argument or whatever happened, but nobody was touched, nothing happened. My sister called the police. I went to jail. I missed the funeral, and the charge has been dropped since the 5th. My mama got sick during the holidays. Now she's went to the hospital because she couldn't breathe. They had to pump her lungs, and they found cancer. So my mama just got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. I have limited time with her. I did not do anything to my sister. I do not believe in hitting women. I don't have no violent on my record at all. That's not my jacket. This never happened. This is just a big misunderstanding. And I apologize for y'all having to come today for this, because this was just a big misunderstanding.
and you've been detained since August of 25?
Yes, man. 6.5 months now for nothing.
Okay.
I just seen my
Fine.
PO. I know I'm in good standards with my supervision. I should be in good terms with that, because I just seen him and let him know. The only thing was I was only out for 3.5 months. I didn't have time to get a job and start paying, but I did just get a job at Walmart because of my transportation. I was having trouble with transportation, so I ended up going 2 blocks away from where I stay and to the neighborhood Walmart. They hired me. I have proof of all this. Somebody's they can prove it. They hired me, but I can't. I couldn't go to my orientation. I was waiting on a background check for that. So I couldn't walk that job.
Do either of my colleagues have questions?
Okay.
I got a question. Do you think you have a drug problem?
Yes, sir. Listen, I know I have a drug problem, and I was attending IOP, currently attending IOP on my own. This is not from my parole officer, no court system telling. I know I have to go to meetings, and I have a daily thing. I have to take care of that. If not, I'll go back into my addiction, and I don't want that anymore. I changed my life. Over that 10-year sentence, I really broke down and changed my life.
Tell me about IOP. What was that schedule like, and what are you planning? What will it be if we release you, what will it be? when
I'm
you
going
get out?
back, I'm going back to IOP, it's Longleaf Behavioral Hospital in Alexandria. I go 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. I go because I enjoy it. But they drug test me and they do, we do meetings, they feed you at the end of the day around 1 when I leave. And I got my counselors wrote me a thing for y'all. I should have got all of that. I had proof of my
Name of the
job.
place? Longleaf,
Longleaf Behavioral Hospital.
in Alexandria?
I was currently attending that right before I came to jail. I got proof of all of that. So everything I'm saying, I got proof of.
And you think that you would be able to walk right back into that?
Yeah, I know for sure I will. They like me. They like me.
All right. So my only question.
I don't have any.
I will read this and it's very interesting. Tommy Thompson is your attorney or is an attorney.
Yes, man. He been my attorney my whole life. They know my family. They know this wasn't true. They know this never happened.
And he's asking for you to not be revoked. Sir, based on no criminal conduct against you, my vote today is to not revoke you, to
All right.
continue you on parole.
There we go.
You
Because
know,
at some point,
with the stipulation that you continue your sobriety
Oh,
plan.
I don't even want to say sad.
Y'all don't have to.
I don't even want to say sad. Just
I know. Yes,
your
ma'am.
sister and them take advantage of you.
And
I believe it.
Barra,
I believe it.
All right, I'm gonna also vote to reinstate your parole,
Yes, sir.
but you said Longleaf was voluntary. I'm gonna make Longleaf ordered as a condition. So
There we go.
completing your program at Longleaf Hospital IOP.
I hope you
is
do all right, brother.
mandatory now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stay away from your family.
Okay, I'm going to reinstate your parole and, because I don't see that there was any criminal activity. And I'm glad that you have plans for your life to stay, to have a life in the
Thank you,
future.
man. Thank you.
You know what? Some people
My
hate you because
condolences
other
about
people are
your
happy to see you.
grandmother and your mother.
Yes, ma'am.
Real talk. Think about that.
Thank y'all so much.
Some family members
They do
hate you
well.
because other
Thank you.
people are
Have a blessed
happy
day.
to see you. I'm glad. Got into an argument and his sister, he alleges that called the police and said that he hit her. I believe him. You know what I mean? I didn't pick up on any kind of vibes like that. And honestly, in my experience here, they'll show up. If he did something like that, the person will show up, but just spiteful. They know bare minimum. If he's not gonna go back to prison, guess what he is gonna get? He's gonna get arrested. And that's the problem. They have to show up, they have to do something. They're gonna take someone when they show up for domestic. Someone's going to jail. So good call on that one. Let's go on to the next one. Parole or more time. We've got Aaron Ruffin. Good old Aaron. A-Dog. We know where you guys are from. Looks like a young man, too. All right, here we go. Parole or more time. What would you do? Let's do it. Today is Thursday. Anybody else got to take the trash out tonight? I'm going to go out there. When I get done, these hearings, we'll go out there and take it. Here we go. Parole or more time.
Good morning. This is the Louisiana Committee on Parole. Panel today in headquarters in Baton Rouge. To my left is Carolyn Stapleton. To my right is Danny Barra. I'm Jerry Ledoux. Would you please introduce yourself with your name and your DOC number?
Aaron Ruffin, 70767.
Okay, let's try that again. What's your DOC?
7 768-020.
That's right.
That wasn't even close,
All right.
bruh.
Mr. Ruffin, you're before this
Let me
panel
admit, I'm
today.
sorry.
Allegations that you violated the conditions of your parole. I'm going to read the allegations against you, and I need you to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or guilty with a statement. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Number 4, on 11/15/25, you were involved in criminal activity in the commission of the offense of aggravated assault with firearm in Port Allen. You were arrested by the Port Allen Police Department on 11/15/25. You were billed with simple assault, 3 counts, and you were set for arraignment, and you have a court date of 2/23/2026. How do you plead?
Not guilty,
Not
and
guilty.
I want to continue till I can
Okay.
get a lawyer.
And number 5,
That would have
according to
been
the
my
police
response.
report, you were in possession of a firearm and you pointed the weapon at your sister. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
And the second part of that is that you
Firearm, I need
you
a
were
lawyer.
arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. You're not guilty of that charge?
Oh, no, ma'am. Not guilty.
Okay. Mr. Ruffin, I read the police report. I need to hear from you. We have the police report. Did you have a gun?
No, ma'am.
Why did 3 people say you did?
That's what my people do. That's what they do. When we was in a heated altercation and they wanted to get me in trouble
Why would they want to get you in trouble?
because we was in a heated argument.
So what caused this argument?
Sad.
I caused it because I came in the house. Or whatever. I was aggravated and stuff, and I was slamming doors. That's what caused the argument.
Were you doing drugs when that happened?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Why were you going through the house slamming doors?
Something happened with me and my girlfriend. So
We're trying to get you to tell us what happened. What happened with you and your girlfriend?
she was cheating on me.
She was cheating on you. You got mad. You came back to the house. You walked through the house aggravated, slamming doors.
Do you believe
You
him?
got your whole family aggravated.
Yes,
And y'all started,
I believe him.
sir.
so you got your whole family aggravated when you walked in there with that attitude. And then y'all started fussing.
Yes, sir.
They called the cops and said you had a gun,
Yes, sir.
but you didn't have a gun.
No, sir.
Well,
Okay.
they
They
knew
might
that
not
you'd
know
go
how to
back
deal with you.
jail if you had. Why would they want you
There
to
you
go
go.
back to
They
jail?
might not be able to deal
that's
with him.
That's
You know what I mean?
a big thing is you going back to jail. Is there something else going on? What's the underlying issue going on here?
No, ma'am. My people just dirty like that.
Mm,
And I didn't have a gun.
Okay.
So is it something that maybe, like you said, an underlying problem that somebody would think maybe you need to go to the hospital, get some medicine to help calm you down? And you can't get that at home and they just want you to get the help that you need. That
Now
would
we're getting
cause all
somewhere.
this to
Okay.
happen.
I'm like, cause something
Is that
isn't
what's
adding up
going
in
on
my
now?
head.
It's not about drugs or anything like that, but maybe it's a medical
No,
situation.
ma'am. I never had any medical issues in my life. Though it was just
Neither
a
have I.
misunderstanding. That's all it was.
Neither have I, you guys.
Have you ever been diagnosed with any kind of
No,
do
because
you
we know how
have
to beat the
a paper in
test.
front of you that
And I
you
hate to say that,
recognize your
crowd. No, we
signature
know how to
on?
beat the test.
Yes,
I've
ma'am.
never.
Okay, so you're not eligible for appointed
And I wish I
counsel,
would have
so
just
you
been
don't
honest.
have the, have you been treated for a mental health issue before?
ADHD when I was a child.
Heard the way he said it.
Okay, well, you still have to go to court for these. Are your people going to show up and say they don't want charges pressed?
My charge has been dropped.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Okay,
I didn't see the charge. That's set for 2/23/26.
so yeah, you still have a court date, 2/23/26.
26.
Yeah, this year, this month, on the 23rd, it says you have a court date.
For my charges?
3 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm.
My
Ooh,
charges been dropped, all 3 of them.
Okay, I would like to set this offender aside until we can, verify that. So we're gonna postpone your hearing for a little bit until we get clarification.
You can go to executive session.
We can go into executive session and, determine that. Do I have a motion and a second?
Yes.
You want a second, Ms. Harold?
Second.
Okay, we'll be back. We're gonna go into executive session to verify that information.
you know what?
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. It's not Bassett. What's her name? Those. I know their names. I don't even know. They don't even show their faces, but I know their voices. Thank you for calling that. You know what I mean? We could go ahead and just go in executive session and check that out. How are we feeling about this case, honestly? Obviously, he's been incarcerated. He's young. Um, he said that he was angry, found out his girlfriend was cheating on him. That equals, much as everybody just want to hear, emotion. A lot of black males are real super emotional. You know what I mean? And not emotionally intelligent. We aren't. I'm not the most emotionally intelligent person, but I also am aware that I'm not. But anyway, he says that his family was lying on him. I believe him. But I believe honestly, like Miss Ledoux and then we're trying to get at and get him to ask, is there something going on? Like, do you maybe have some problems? He's gonna say no. You know, your average person will say, what? Yeah, they know I got this mental situation. He's like, no. And they were like, you sure? They're looking at the papers. You sure you don't? No, I don't have any kind of problems. ADHD when I was a child, that don't go away, bro. That don't go away. And then again, there are people like me that I don't know what you would call that as a child. Um, I was sharp. Like I was very perceptive. And my mom tried to get me tested for all kind of stuff, and they couldn't find nothing. They couldn't find anything. And I know for a fact when I was a kid, it was hard for me to finish any task. I've never admitted that. It's the first time on YouTube. The bug got me feeling good. It was like I used to do music, um, both, play trumpet and then try to write music when I was younger, and I could never complete a task. I could never finish something, just sit there and finish it. And so if I couldn't get it done in 30 minutes to an hour, it was a wrap. So I'm just speaking to the fact that our families know there's something wrong with us sometimes. They know. And, who are we helping by acting like they're crazy? Let's go ahead and move forward. Executive session. I told my damn life story. Hopefully it's none of my family members. I knew that nigga was crazy. I knew that nigga was crazy. Yeah. All right, parole one more time. Waiting on my wife to come down. She's gonna scare the shit out of me. So I'm trying to see her have these headphones on. All right, we're back on, you guys. Parole one more time. How we feeling about this one? Even if you don't say it, how you feeling? Do you believe him? Do you not believe him?
Thank you for your patience.
Should he
The
not be slamming
information that
damn
we have
doors?
Verified is that your charges have been dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ruffin, during our executive session, I re-reviewed the police report and the information in your file from your family. And my vote today is going to continue you on supervision conditioned upon that you get a mental health evaluation before release and follow any treatment plan that they have, okay? So you're not going to be released to the streets today. You need to get a DOC mental health evaluation, okay?
Yes,
Before,
ma'am.
Mr. Barrod,
I'm gonna concur with Ms. Liddon.
Ms. Stapleton.
And I concur with Ms. Ledoux.
Okay, so you'll get a mental health eval before you go back home, and the time is now 10:47. That concludes our business there at West Baton Rouge. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
so in lieu of revocation, he gets to go and take a mental health evaluation, and then he will be released. I told them that I had to be looking for you because I knew that you were going to pass by. You were going to scare me. Yes, come on.
They substituted for blue.
You did what?
Substituted you for blue.
Meaning?
I got your purple, but they got your blue.
Oh, what's going on? You good?
Mhm.
You ain't doing it tonight?
No, probably not.
Why? Come on down, chill.
I'm watching a show. Man.
When you get done. All right, look. Invited my wife down. We got to hang out tonight. So this is going to be my way to where if she comes down here after she gets done, I go straight up and I've still hung out. You see? Two birds with one stone. All right, we got Darius Lee Parole one more time. Here's something and why it says two people on here. I'll tell you what I'm getting at with these parole hearings. So the United States, why do we imprison more people than anybody else? First of all, because we got a lot of dumbasses. I'm gonna be honest. I came here, I'm gonna fight the system. And it turns out we have a lot of dumbasses. But we have a lot of people that have literally, because there's no one sitting around just, oh, I gotta make sure if it pops up on the machine, they get their hearing. If not, out of sight, out of mind, I feel is thought on these prisoners. But I say all that to say this: there is a system where there's profit for people being in prison. And case in point is, I'll give you an example right now of why I'm here. Every one of these people that are arrested, no matter how you feel about it, and this might sound like an investment to you, and put into an ICE prison, guess where they go? To a private prison, right? And I heard the border czar say it, and it was in the middle of the night, and I swear to you, he's never said nothing like it since, but it was the first day when they hit the streets. And I had a video that I covered a year ago saying it's going to be private prisons for everybody because they sold out to BlackRock. But he said, just like this, he says, man, it just makes sense. It's $125 a day for us to do it this way versus $550 to do it the other way, meaning like, go through the steps and do it per day. And I was like, oh my God. So if they have a quota of 3,000 people a day at 100 to really probably more than that, $150, $125, $150 per person for 4 years, and they go to private prisons. Here's the problem. We pay for private prisons. So they're picking them up, taking them to the private prisons. And I was like, but wait a minute, because this isn't a Trump thing. This is a system thing. I was like, last time in the last election, hear me out. This is why I caught the fix. I was like, we're letting all these people from supposedly all the worst countries, right? Supposedly. They let them in. And guess what happened? This is what happened. And the real smart people and honest people will tell you, this is what happened. They came here and they behaved. You brought them here thinking they were going to get in these places, and we thought that they were going to do this. We thought we were going to do that, and they behaved. You pull me up a stat where there's a place, honestly, I swear to God, with big immigration. I'll never say it again. I'll never say this again, but it's facts, where the crime went up. Show me. Show me one where the crime went up. In most cases, it went down. They took their opportunity and they started buying houses and they started working. So guess what? It was like, oh no, now wait a minute. So it just didn't make sense to me. We let them and then now pull the rug under and then get this. And I'll shut up. Thank you for sticking with me while I'm ranting. I'm almost done. And I need you to check me on this. Now, guess who Trump, if he gets control of the Treasury, is going to make the head of the Treasury? the CEO of BlackRock. My first video ever on this channel. I'm gonna unlock it again. I think I had in the first hour, I think I had like 10 views, and then all of a sudden, nobody saw whatever. But he's gonna tap the guy at BlackRock. Look it up right now. Let's go to the next here. He wants him, the guy at BlackRock. And BlackRock, I asked my wife straight up, and this is my last point. I said, am I wrong if I invest in it? My wife's a white woman. She looked at me and she said, no. And that's America. No, I wouldn't be wrong to invest into these prisons. I've told you what it is. It's broke up into one. It's something core, and then BlackRock, because there was such a monopoly, they had to break it down. And I mean, they're in South Africa, everywhere. So these hearings, there's something I'm getting to. And if America really pays attention, it's really just a money grab. Maybe should we invest in misery? My wife says yes. All right, here we go. Check me on that shit too. Crime went down. She brought my G series. Please don't leave me. I gotta get my Gatorade.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Lee. This is the Louisiana Committee on Parole, and today we're in Hamlet headquarters in Baton Rouge. On my left is Ms. Stapleton. To my right is Mr. Barra. I'm Ms. Ledoux. You're at the Orleans Parish Prison. Could you state your name and your DOC number for the record?
My name is 554-305.
I'm back for the still smoking drink of the night. We're gonna have
So
a
state it one more time for me.
pineapple blue Arctic.
Excuse me?
You have an echo. Could you state your name and your DOC number one more time?
Yes, ma'am. My name Darius Lee, 554-305.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Lee, I'm going to read some allegations of, I'm going to ask you, first of all, do you have a questionnaire in front of you that you recognize your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that questionnaire, the answers indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. Have you hired an attorney for today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to continue then. Ms. Stapleton is going to
Like,
read the allegations against you, and you're going to answer her with a plea of guilty,
Spreading the
not
pineapple
guilty,
first.
or guilty with the statement. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Lee, the first rule violation is number 4, and it was on 10/2/2025. You were arrested by the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office and booked with operating while impaired first offense under item number J-01329-25. What do you plead?
I plead not guilty, ma'am.
Okay, and then on rule violation number 4, on 10/3/2025, you were arrested by the Kenner Police Department. This
Damn.
was the very next day, and
Okay.
booked with operating while impaired second offense, reckless operation of a vehicle, hit and run driving, all under J-80091-25.
Revoked.
Plead?
Revoked. 2 days in a row. Come on,
Not
guys. I'm gonna
guilty.
mute me because I'm just gonna get started.
I have a statement I can put behind it.
Okay, and then it has also right up
Yeah,
under
you're gonna have to.
the charges are still in screening. So what is your statement?
Okay. Late August, I was working for the Department of Public Works, and I had passed out and I hit my head on a truck. And I hit my head on the truck, which which I was sent to the hospital, and I had caught a seizure. And I went to the doctor. The doctor had diagnosed me with cancer seizures. So
Yeah, he's not joking.
Late August, and during
He's
the
not
month
joking.
of September, I was catching seizures all through the month of September. Now it's on documentation that has happened. So October 2nd, when I was driving my truck, I actually stopped my truck and I put on my hazard lights, and because I felt a seizure coming on, I put on my hazard lights, and the next thing I know, I was getting pulled out of my truck. That was October 2nd. So I was getting pulled out of my truck. So I wasn't really knowledgeable of
I'm
what
sorry, brother.
was
I
going on.
apologize for trying to be funny.
I went to Johnson Parish. Well, 12 hours later, I had got released, but I had a sign out bond, and I had signed out. So the police department told me that they had left my truck on side the road, and I had took a lift. So I had took a lift to go get my truck, but knowing I have yet to take no medication. I had took a lift to go get my truck because I got a nice truck, and I didn't want nobody to steal nothing that was in my truck, or not say when my truck come up stolen. Well, I had gotten my truck. I had a flat tire. I changed my flat tire, and I was on my way home. So I was on my way home driving. I had caught another seizure on the way home. You know what I'm saying? So I had caught another seizure, but this time when I woke up, I was getting pulled in a Kenner police department car. But let alone, I didn't see no medical staff.
I believe him, and you know what? This is why
That
we're
was
here.
October 3rd. So when I was taking my medication, I was okay, but a lot of the incidents I really don't recall so good. I know October 6th or 7th, I caught another seizure. So it's like all this started happening, like me catching seizure, because I know they say the first
Do you believe him?
whatever they were saying that I blew in a breathalyzer, it was 0.002. And the second breathalyzer I blew in it was 0.000. You know, it's like I didn't have no alcohol on my breath, and like everything I have been doing since I've been home, I maintain a job. I've been going to
Don't revoke this guy.
I'm going to college.
Don't do that.
I'm going to college for business. You know, and I work at temp service jobs. I had a main job.
Don't revoke him.
And
This
a
is,
temp
I mean it.
service job.
You can look at me and think what you think.
I'm going to
These are the
school.
people I'll
So
write
I
and
was
show up for.
busy, and I'm helping my sick
I believe him.
that has cold.
White or black, I'll show up and write for him.
So I'm helping them at the house, trying to maintain everything. I'm not, like I said, things I'm doing.
I'm gonna mute me, you guys. I apologize for trying to make a joke of it at first. Like, he's revoked. Nah.
No, definitely, I'm not trying to violate the rule. I'm not trying to get thrown back in jail. This has been a heartbreaker for me. Being here, me just coming home after doing 17 years, I ain't trying to do nothing to cause no pain or no affliction or break the law.
Yo, we gotta get out of. You gotta get out of the South, man.
This been
Get out of the South. I like to smoke. You
I've
can't
been
smoke in the South. I had to leave. I'm a
and it's like,
professional. Why get in trouble,
it's something
Rashard, for
that
smoking?
I do
Go
not
somewhere
want,
where if you
because
just have to smoke
everything that I have been doing is to
or don't
show
smoke.
that I'm a changed person. Like I said, I'm maintaining jobs. I'm going to school. Like I'm going to church. Like I'm a church member. Like I said, I'm maintaining my parole fees. I'm paying that. I'm doing everything that needs to be done. Like I said, I had left.
I'm sorry if I'm moving so
had
much. I
left
get uncomfortable
society
with shit like
when
this.
I was 18. Came home, I'm 35 years old. A lot of things that changed on me. And me trying to adjust to society and how everything changed is it's been hard because I actually didn't really have that much help. But I've been doing it. I've been making everything work. So speaking back on these charges is like like I said, I had a medical condition which is proven. Like my parole officer, like I said, I had 3 or 4 parole officers in 7 months. And I never had to really got a chance to really maintain a relationship with none of them. But like I said, I maintain my fees.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Lee. Let's get back to the seizures. When you hit your head at work, so that was an on-the-job injury. Was that covered in any way by workman's comp or anything like that?
They was fighting me about trying to get workman's comp, but I had hired a attorney.
Yes.
I do got paperwork stating that I got paperwork trying to get workman's comp for it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying because, like, certain people didn't want to pay, but I got hurt on the job, and it was it's documented.
Okay. All right. So it's documented that you go. Now let me ask you something else. Okay. So you were driving your vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
And at that point you knew you had seizures.
Don't do this.
Who have active seizures, they're not allowed to drive. They know they're not supposed to drive.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that because this is
Think about it, he been locked up since he was 17. Come on, come on, don't do this.
Like me trying to learn.
I get what she's
Do
saying, but
you
don't
know
do
that
this.
now, though? Do you know that now? That I mean, that's an added problem. And are you on medication now?
Yes, ma'am.
Because there is medication that'll prevent the seizures.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on.
Come on, y'all.
You
see the tenderness,
ever since I've been
the tenderness
jail,
difference,
and
and it's not always like that. And I'm not making anything, but come on, y'all. This kid ain't lying.
I had got my prescriptions, and I've been taking my medication since then, and I never had a seizure since then.
It can be controlled. Now, listen, I want to ask you something else. On October the 3rd, in the police report, this is the one where it's struck one vehicle and obvious signs of impairment, including incoherent speech, bloodshot, and unsteady.
He's fucking.
And so they noticed that in the back of the car was a partially consumed bottle of gin. Can you tell me about that?
October 3rd, they had a party about. I don't recall. I don't recall that because, like I said, my breathalyzer shows that I was.
Yeah, your breathalyzer came back clean. That's right.
Yeah. So I was not drinking. I didn't even have no drink.
Yeah. I'm gonna suggest y'all ask questions and then.
So we have 2 people who would
Oh, I'm
like
sorry,
to
yes. Okay.
speak, his mother and his sister.
Is there 2? I see this one.
She's on there.
Yeah.
So at this time, we would like to ask for Carletta Lee, your mother.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. They
who's
must
joined
see
us
something
via
that we don't
Zoom
see.
to make a
They don't
comment
always
to the
say
panel.
something. Sometimes they don't, they must see something because they don't, this
Good
doesn't make
morning.
sense to me.
Can you guys hear me? Good morning. I don't know what's going on.
We hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, my name is Charlotte Lee. I'm Darius's mom. I just want to speak on behalf of my son.
Always
Like he
kills me when
explained,
mothers have to
since
speak
he's came
or
home,
don't
he's been
have to
home
when they
7
speak. Let me
months,
stop. Get
and
so.
he has made a lot of progress, considering the situation of trying to adjust. He did do job 1 and complete the reentry program. There's limited resources. He's also went through counseling. He has been to see a psychiatrist to help with the adjustment with him into society. He has been a huge help and asset to the family. He helps take care of me and my brother. We stay alone.
Here's my question.
Which this is where he would be living with just me and my
I just had to
75-year-old
think about
brother.
it. Their
He had
ultimate
a couple
question is he a
seizures.
threat to society?
I'm diagnosed with congestive heart failure. He
If
has
he's getting
been,
back
I'm
into
so
the
sorry.
cars and he's having
He has been a
seizures,
huge asset to the
I gotta be
home
real.
financially and physically. Um, he's enrolled in Delgado, taking courses. He
People
goes to
die like
church
that
with
too,
us.
right?
He's done a lot to be staying as part of society. Um, he is a good-hearted person. He has made some mistakes, but I do feel that he deserves a second chance. I don't feel incarcerating him would benefit him because he's already had a hard time adjusting, and he's entered into a lot of programs and self-help. He's even in a peer counseling program at Jefferson Parish with Dr. Jamal, where the men meet together and they analyze and see where they can better their lives. Darius has a strong family support. He has 6 other sisters and brothers. Of course, have 4 more way at college, and he's the only one that's home in New Orleans at the time. That's really an asset to us. Um, like I said, it's only been 7 months that he has been home, but he has done a lot to try to better himself. He has not done everything right, but it has been adjustment, and he was just starting to really get the sync of things and getting into where he needed to be. I've spoken with him, been with him. He comes from a good family. We're not rich, but we come from a good, grounded family. If given a chance, I would do everything in my power to assure that he follows all the conditions, even if he's put into programs, whatever it may be. We will come together. Um, I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to speak on his behalf. And yes, when that happened, the incident at hand, he was living here at home. I had reached out to his parole officer, sent them some text to try to keep them abrupt. But every time I did, it was like they had switched up. Um, so he's sinking into where where he was to move forward, to become a better person, a better part of society. Um, like I said, he helps around the church. I could have had the pastor to come on, but I've never been through this type of deal before, so I didn't have all the formalities together. I'm not going to speak long, but if there's anything that I can assist with, any questions you guys have, feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you very much.
Also, your sister, Ms. McDaniel, has joined us. Ms. McDaniel, you may make a statement to the panel.
Good morning. My name is DeJounte McDaniel. I'm speaking on behalf of his character and his time while he was home on parole. As you all may know, it's not the easiest to re-enter in society after being gone for so long. It could be kind of challenging because this is a whole new world versus when he first left. Just piggybacking off of what my mom said, he has completed certifications. He stayed with the job, if not multiple, and he was enrolled in
You froze up.
Fall 2025. He's working to get his associates soon for business. And he was also helping my mom and my uncle back at home. I'm in Germany right now, but he's the only one living at home. But I have said that he was changing, re-entering into society. He stayed busy for the most part with different programs, trying to, I guess, navigate through life and stuff like that. This is unfortunate, but I do hope that we could, I don't know, I do hope that we can kind of work something out because he's been trying. It's been an adjustment. Like my mom said, he's been talking to people, psychiatrists, going to different programs, trying to kind of make sure that his life go on the right path. He always said that he didn't want to slip up. He didn't want to, go back to jail. That's all he always said. He didn't want to go back to jail. But that's pretty much all. Thank you for your time and your consideration.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, Mr. Barra, do you have any questions for the offender?
Yeah, how long did you say you were in jail, incarcerated?
17 years.
And no, I'm talking about for these arrests for this violation right here. How many?
I've been in here since November the 23rd. November 23rd, so November 23rd till now. Today was February 11th, so almost like 3 months.
All right. And all right, I'm ready to vote.
Stapleton, prepared to vote.
Well, I see, I mean, proof of your seizures because I see the ambulance request to your house and everything 4 separate times. I just want to know, what do you plan to do so that you have ways back and forth to work and different things like that?
There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I have my mother. I got my mother that she'll probably drive me back and forth to where I could be able to catch a lift back and forth to work.
Because you
Like I said,
have some kind of solution until you get a medical document saying that you're cleared to drive. And they might do that with the medication, but I do see a number of times where you had seizures and you were on the floor. So I mean, that verifies everything that you say. And I do see where you got your prescriptions and stuff. And I do hear that you're trying to do the best with your life based upon where you're at. And it's unfortunate that this has happened to you.
I appreciate it. Woo, Miss Stapleton. Okay, Miss Stapleton.
So my vote today is going to be, I'm not going to revoke you.
All right, Miss
And
Stapleton.
I want you to continue under medical supervision.
Gave me chills.
And,
all right, Miss
and I do
Stapleton.
not want you to drive until you have.
I'm not gonna say nothing too much, but this is more Miss Stapleton saying more.
And I'm sure that would have to come from your doctor. You'd have to get cleared to drive.
All right, Miss
So
Stapleton.
you could use a lift or your
2026.
because otherwise
she said, "I'm sorry this is happening
to you.
to you."
Happen again, and someone get hurt.
All right, Miss Stapleton.
Mr. Barra.
Vote the same. Do not revoke and don't drive until you got a medical clearance.
Yes, sir.
I'll concur with my colleagues.
They feel like me.
Mr. Lee.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't be drinking on parole.
I'm not, man.
Today, you have not been revoked. You be continued on supervision. The restriction of not being able to drive until you have medical clearance to do so.
All right. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Right page, building lines. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Before the Louisiana Committee on Parole, on my left is Ms. Stapleton, to my right is Mr. Barra, and I'm Ms. Ledoux. And if you will state your name and your DOC number for the record, please.
Henry Stafford, 378883.
Okay. Mr. Talley, you're before this panel due to allegations of misconduct on parole. Do you have a questionnaire in front of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the answers to that question states that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. I see that you have retained counsel. Would your attorney please introduce yourself for the record, sir?
Committee members, my name is Sean Collins. I'm Mr. Talley's appointed counsel through the Orleans Public Defender's Office. in relation to the criminal case Mr. Talley is now facing in Section E of the Criminal District Court. I had sent a letter on Monday morning asking this hearing be continued. I was told that a decision would be made about that today. The allegations against Mr. Talley forming the basis to request revocation are entirely related to the new criminal conduct where Mr. Talley faces a trial on February 23rd of this year. I anticipate that trial date is going to happen. I would ask that this hearing be continued due to his pending criminal charges until after that trial date. I think it's appropriate since the allegations for the revocation relate to the accusations for which Mr. Talley is standing trial.
Mr. Collins, yes, we're very aware of your request. Let me go ahead and complete the formal portion of this hearing, okay?
Yes.
Because we need to have Mr. Talley answer questions regarding the violations. Ms. Stapleton will read the violations, and you are to enter a plea, Mr. Talley, of guilty, not guilty, or guilty with a statement. Ms. Stapleton, would you proceed?
Okay, Mr. Talley, starting with rule violation number 4, you failed to refrain from criminal activity as evidenced by your arrest by the New Orleans Police Department and the United States Marshals on May 17, 2023 for second-degree murder. The case is currently pending under Orleans Magistrate number 604640. The case also includes 2 counts of possessions of a firearm by a convicted felon, which has been accepted by the Orleans Parish District Attorney's Office. The pretrial conference was 1/23/26, and the trial is 2/23/26. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
Not guilty, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, and then number 5, you failed to refrain from possessing or controlling a firearm as evidenced by your arrest by the New Orleans Police Department and United States Marshals on May 17, 2023 for second-degree murder. The incident involved use of a firearm. In addition, you had a firearm in your possession or control at the time and location of your arrest. How do you plead?
Not guilty, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now the panel will consider, so Mr. Talley, is it your request as well to continue this case?
Yes, ma'am. It is my request as well to continue my case.
Okay. So is the panel prepared to vote?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ms. Stapleton?
Okay, my recommendation is to continue this case pending the disposition of the criminal charges that are set against you.
Mr. Byrock?
I concur.
I vote is also to continue until the charges have been disposed of. Thank you, Mr. Collins, for your patience and for your presence here today. So, Mr. Talley, at this time, your parole hearing has been continued until.
All right, so
after court.
continue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, committee members.
Continued. All right, so not a bad set of hearings. Not a bad set of hearings. We'll keep it moving. We will keep it moving. What do we got here? Parole. Tiffany Woods, a woman. Very I wouldn't say rare, but we don't have them all the time. Go ahead and adjust this so I don't have to keep moving it. Parole one more time. Let me know. We got another person in the building. Thank you for stopping in. If it's Thursday where you are, happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday evening. Thank you for spending a little time with Shar, because you didn't have to, but we appreciate it. All right, let's turn this motherfucker and get this up. Do that. Let's get that motherfucker right there. Tiffany Woods. Do I know a Tiffany Woods? I know Tiffany Woods. Man, I'll tell you what, that first drink was pretty good. We're gonna do that again. Let's do that. Let's first of all, let's get this Gatorade out of here. Let's do that again. I was wondering, I'm like, man, that went to my head. That's a good feeling. Uncle Arnie's, that TH. I only poured a 10 milligram that last time too. You don't always have to just go crazy with it. Or another 10 milligram. That blue Arctic. Mix it with a little bit of this Sprite. What do they say? Just to change the color. Then I've got some what is that? Frost. Remember that Glacier Freeze? When that dropped, I gotta stop cussing. Something serious. So we're gonna mix that up with some ice. Drink alcohol no more. Try not to. Every once in a while, which is real weird, I have like an animal instinct. Like I'm just gonna drink a beer. And it's like I don't even finish it. So it's like, what's the point? But I don't see anything wrong with it. That's what you do. Partake healthily. I just can't. And I keep yanking this thing out my ear. So we're gonna adjust that. Put my pen back because I will lose that for sure. All right, we're back. Parole one more time. Uh-oh, the DA is in the building. They sent the big guns. They sent the big guns. They sent what's the girl's name that had that affair with Hillary Clinton?
Good morning. The Louisiana Committee on Parole is in panel at headquarters in Baton Rouge.
What was her name?
Today, serving on the panel to my left is Ms. Carolyn Stapleton. To my right is Danny Barra. I'm Jerry Ledoux. Would the staff here at DOC introduce yourself for the record?
Parole William.
Francis Abbott.
Our remote location right now is the Louisiana Correctional Institute for Women. And with the offender, please state your name and your DOC number.
Tiffany Woods, 545546.
45546. Thank you. Ms. Woods, you have a large number of people in your support both here and at the facility and on Zoom. And so we have all of their names recorded for the record. We won't go through all of those at this time. We are going to read some information into the record and then we'll get started on the interview. So Ms. Woods, we find that you're a first felony offender, currently serving a 36-year sentence for second-degree murder.
Okay.
You have a parole eligibility date of
Here we go. Second-degree murder. Parole one more time.
An adjusted good time date of January
I wonder where my
2036.
where my moderator at tonight.
9/17/2042. Does that sound correct to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Warden, we appreciate you being here. Would you and your staff introduce yourself for the record?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Kristen Thomas, Warden.
Tara P, ARDC Manager. Afton Gaddy, ARDC Supervisor.
Great. Warden, at this time, would you like to make a statement about the offender before we begin the interview?
Sure. Ms. Woods, has been here for a good bit of time. She has actually completed her NOBTS or seminary in Blackstone. So I know her and I've talked a little bit in the past. Just I think her NOBTS graduation was just something that she was very proud of. And I think she really does a good job working in the seminary and counseling and mentoring other inmates in the at LCIW. She is not a disciplinary problem. We don't have any issues with Tiffany the entire time that I've been here with her. She is low risk and low needs. I think Mr. Myers is on, so I'll let him talk more. But if she is, she does receive a favorable decision today, she will release to the parole project. So I'm sure Mr. Myers will go into detail on what that will include for her discharge planning.
Thank you so much, Warden. We do have
Okay. Pretty
Mr.
straightforward.
Myers and several others who would like
Didn't
to
have
speak,
anything negative to say. Didn't
on
say freer.
her behalf. How would you like to handle it? You want to hear them all? Well, first of all, Tiffany, I would like to hear from you.
Here we go. What'd you do,
and
Tiffany?
Find out, can you, in your words, tell us why you're before this panel today and why we should consider an early release?
Yes, ma'am. Well, by the time of my crime, I just had my third child. Then I had my fourth child, Emmanuel Anthony Woods. He was born June 23rd, 2005.
Pineapple Express. Pineapple Learning.
He was born premature and unresponsive. He was in a NICU for a couple of months. And
I hope this
when
isn't
he
what I.
he was discharged to my care 2 weeks before Hurricane Katrina hit. Me and my family left our home August the 28th of 2005 because I wanted to save my family, my children. We left. We didn't know where we was going to go, but we ended up in Shreveport, Louisiana. When we arrived in Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana, we didn't have anywhere to go. We was homeless. We was just out there.
And guess
But
what, you guys?
eventually we found shelter at two gymnasiums for refugees. We went to one of them. We stayed. We had a lot of uncertainties. We was in a large gymnasium with nothing but people. I was afraid. I didn't know what to do, but I wanted my family to be close to me. At the time, my son, Emmanuel, he was still taking his formula, but he was throwing up his formula in large amounts. I didn't know what to do. I was overwhelmed. I was scared, but I still tried to feed my child. I didn't know what else to do, but just to continue pushing. And I asked their dad, Emmanuel, if he can find us a safe place to live. It took him some time to do so, but he eventually found us a home. We moved into that home, and around that time, I ran out of WIC vouchers for my son, Emmanuel. I didn't know what to do. I made the devastating decision. Chased my child's milk, and he was taking his milk because I felt that by him taking it and not throwing up at large amounts like he was when he was taking his formula, I thought he was doing better, but he wasn't doing better. I didn't know how to go about anything but survival mode. When I was giving him his milk, I really thought he was doing better. I love all my children. I love every last one of my children. I love my son till today. I love him. And I know he's gone because of me. But I didn't mean to take his life.
And how anybody gonna challenge her? Man, I tell you.
Twins, I know it's very difficult. Why don't we go ahead and we're going to go ahead and hear from your son then. Mr. Najon Woods has joined us via Zoom, and we'll go ahead and listen to him. Okay.
Good morning, Parole Board of Louisiana. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Greetings from California, and thank you for taking the time to hear me on this morning. My name is not John Justin Woods, and I'm speaking on behalf of myself and my 3 younger siblings to express our full and unwavering support for our mother, Tiffany Woods.
I don't even understand.
I want to acknowledge the seriousness of her past actions and the impact that they had. We all lost something that day. My mom lost a son. My siblings and I lost a brother. My aunts and uncles lost a nephew, and my grandparents lost a grandchild, all during Hurricane Katrina, where we already lost everything else. And then we lost our mom physically to prison, but being in prison didn't stop our mom from loving us and mothering us. Even though she was not there physically, she remembered birthdays, sent gifts, wrote songs for us, talked to us on the phone for graduations, proms, and she would always encourage us to help us through our hard times the best she can in the capacity she could. Members of the board, it is my belief that we all need her children. All her children need her, and we long to get our
She
relationship with our
wanted to
mom
just
outside of
switch
the
the
prison.
milk and wanted her.
We all served the sentence with our mom.
Come on, man.
In her own way, she was there when most family members were not. And I believe she deeply cared for us.
Even look
Over
at
the
the
years,
DA.
we witnessed her grow into a new woman.
Come on,
Through
Miss
visits and
Fitzgerald.
phone conversations, my mom has expressed deep remorse for her past actions and has worked hard to address the underlying issues that led her to incarceration. It is my belief that she has shown commitment to rehabilitation through her programming, maturity,
And I'm sure we're gonna
accountability,
find out she wasn't
and her
perfect.
new
The DA gonna
faith
find
in
some
God,
stuff while they were there.
which she shares
Come
with
on,
us regularly.
come on.
All her children, our extended family, and the communities that we're a part of are all prepared to support her in housing, guidance, and stability. She will not be alone in this transition, and if granted parole, I know that she will continue improving herself and proving herself. I respectfully ask with humility that the board considers us, her children, and our forgiveness and our love for our mother, her progress and mindset and her behavior while incarcerated, and our family's commitment to her success while making your decision. And I want to thank you for taking the time for allowing me to speak on behalf of my siblings. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very well spoken. We also have Stephanie King, who is here at the headquarters, who would like to speak in support.
Am I reading
and
it
ma'am,
wrong?
If you'll approach the podium and
Tell me, I'm
direct
okay
your
with being
comments to
checked.
him.
Am I wrong?
My name is Stephanie King. Some of you may know me or remember me, and some of you may not. I too was once at LCIW with Tiffany. I served 27 and a half years of a 60-year sentence. Before this committee saw in me what I hope you see in Tiffany today. Like Tiffany, I too came from a troubled past and used my time at LCIW to rise and rehabilitate myself. Choose to take advantage of a number of educational opportunities and grow into someone who is doing well today as a law-abiding tax-paying citizen. I remember when Tiffany came to LCIW, she was young and confused and full of greed. But our close-knit family of women took her in and helped her find her way.
And full of greed.
The turn she has taken
So let's
has
go
been
put her in
dramatic
prison.
and inspiring. She immediately
Kid died that we
involved
don't
in
care to
taking
feed,
homeschool
don't,
rides,
not that
taking
they had to.
programs,
We don't
going
care
to
to do
clubs,
anything like
going to
that for them,
school,
right?
spending
Keep
quality
alive though.
time with her
Let's put her in
family
prison.
visits. An incarcerated person's schedule in prison can be very busy, and to be able to work your full-time job, mentor, or help others, fulfill your obligations to running programs and ministries is far from easy. However, Tiffany is doing it and doing it well. She teaches soft skill classes, leads an LCIW choir, and fully gives back to mentees and other incarcerated women in any way she can. She has grown and used the time she has been incarcerated to find her footing and become deeply rooted in her relationship with God. She graduated from the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary with a bachelor's degree. Today, she has a community she never had before. She worked with a tight-knit community of women, of formerly incarcerated women who have been with Tiffany along the way, now reside in that group. We want you to know that we are still here to support her as we supported her in prison. She's not alone. She will be loved and she will be supported. Today, she has the Louisiana Parole Project, friends and family completely ready to stand by her side and help her navigate with any issues, situations, or problems she will encounter. And today, I pray you see how far she has grown and all the things she has done to better herself while incarcerated. I pray you see how she has truly transformed her life and become a whole new woman. Thank you.
We also have Carrie Myers with the Louisiana Parole Project who would like to speak.
Yes, good morning, Board. Carrie Myers with Louisiana Parole Project here on behalf of Tiffany Woods.
I'm gonna keep it
You've
real
read,
with you.
her package.
The DA,
You
none of them
see,
matter more to family. Family said, let
the
my mama go.
Tiffany,
Why do you guys
the
care?
trauma
You don't.
and dysfunction of her childhood and early teens, the
Why?
chaos
Let's just be honest, like on a
surrounding
basic
the
animal
aftermath
human
of
level.
Katrina,
Y'all don't care.
and a person who was lacked the skills to cope with everything she had experienced. But the Tiffany that's sitting before you now has coping skills, is educated. She went from not having a high school education to now being college degreed. Her, I'm not going to go through all her accomplishments. I'll let her attorney do that. But you can see they're extensive and extraordinary, what she has done. We're here to support Tiffany in her transition. You can see also the family support and community support that she has. But Parole Project is prepared to also do what we do and help her through this transition. She's already been interviewed and assessed by our mental health team, our employment team. She is absolutely prepared for gainful employment. We have a plan for her transition and support systems, counseling, and the other things that she would need. We are prepared to provide her with long-term housing. Out of a tragedy has come something that I think could inspire people. And Tiffany has done that. And we're here to support her, and we ask this board to consider all the factors in this and grant her parole today.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. Tiffany, I think at this point, we have also your attorney, Ms. Hutchinson, and I would like for y'all to decide, Mr. Barra is going to start asking questions. Ms. Hutchinson, would you like to make a statement before or after the questions are asked?
I'd like to go after the questions if that's allowed. Thank you.
Certainly. Mr. Barra?
Well, my questions would be answered by your brief, so I'm prefer to let you.
Okay, so well, thank you all again for considering Tiffany and her case. She comes before you today because of the process afforded to her by the Louisiana State Constitution. In 2023, this honorable board recommended her sentence be commuted to 36 years. And as you know, that recommendation does not come easy. So today I'll spend a little time reiterating what was present in 2023 and what is still present today. And she seeks parole at 20 years and about 55% of that sentence. And I know y'all have the brief, but so I'll be brief about it. She has the paralegal certification. She has worked previously as inmate counsel. She has associate's and a bachelor's degree in Christian ministry, and she has hours actually towards her master's degree. And if you see the letter of recommendation by Dr. Sharkey, who's the director of chaplaincy for the Department of Corrections, she talks about how Tiffany kind of has integrated her faith and her ministry into being a choir director. She talks about the choir is not simply about music or performance. Tiffany has intentionally used rehearsals as opportunities for spiritual formation. She regularly opens her practices with scripture and prayer and often holds meetings focused solely on studying the word of God and building godly character. And it just shows you that she's intertwined her education and her spiritual beliefs in the work that she does regularly. So gainful employment through the Louisiana Parole Project won't be hard. She has crew leadership. She has pesticide. She's able to do pesticide, both residential and commercial, as well as serve safe. She's been a mentor. She's done peer
Safe,
ministry,
sir, but we
doing
get it. Good
rounds
job.
at the infirmary. Choir director, and she's taught trauma healing. You'll see from Nijon speaking and her talk about Hannah's gift and learning how to add faith in her parenting from a distance, one of the core classes that helped save her. She's volunteered around the prison and programming and speaking to people that come in, and she's a published author. Exhibit 11 is all her publications, writing through her trauma and her grief. She's taken self-help programs, and all of this was started when Tiffany got in, when she sat down and had to recognize the deficiencies in her life at the time of the crime. Her education, her parenting, her mentorship, and the
There you go.
immense
Her parenting.
remorse and grief that
We
she
got to
has
take
for
some,
the loss of baby Emmanuel and the separation of her children.
Yep.
She's connected with those who were
Ownership and the
harmed the
parenting
most
is real.
after the crime, and
I
that's her
feel that.
children, the siblings of baby Emmanuel, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the
I
cousins
just
that are
wasn't gonna
all
say it
present with
because
you and
I
who
was a
support
child
her.
once. I wasn't in that situation even close, but
Because
I
of
was a
her
child.
sentence currently, Tiffany will be released one day. There's no doubt. However, today this committee is allowed to control what that release looks like. Today you can allow LPP to be a part of her success. That transition, including substance abuse classes, grief and trauma management, and family reunification, employment services, housing, that provide for a safer introduction into community and a reentry that poses no threat to society. I believe that you all see that those most affected by the crime have forgiven her. And no one is saying that this crime wasn't horrible or devastating, but they all are saying that they want her home. I think that she has proven by her disciplinary record and what the warden has said that she's put in the work. And we are here to support her, and as well as her family and her children. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We do have opposition, and we will allow Ms. Fitzgerald with the Caddo DA's Victim Assistance Committee to speak. But we'll go ahead and you can ask some questions if you want.
I don't have any questions.
Mrs. Stapleton, do you have any questions?
I'm gonna let Leon speak first.
Ms. Fitzgerald, thank you.
Still muted, Leon. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not on my regular computer. I'm Leon Fitzgerald. I'm with the Caddo Parish DA's office. I'm director of the Victim Assistance Program, and I'm here to vehemently oppose on behalf of my office today. This is a difficult case. It's very emotional. It's heartbreaking. We've heard a lot about the situation that Miss Woods was in with her family having to evacuate due to Hurricane Katrina. And honestly, at this point, my office is getting a little tired of hearing about that because while we don't undermine that, I know it had to be chaotic and stressful and unprecedented, but it wasn't a reason for Miss Woods to not feed her baby. And so this baby was thriving when, yes, he was born premature, but all the records indicate, all the experts have indicated that when he left the hospital at Tulane, that he was thriving, he was taking a bottle, he had gained several pounds since he was born. And so we think that that is significant. This baby, let's see, when he was in the hospital in 41 days, he gained 1 pound and 12 ounces. And after he was released into his mother's care, in 2.5 months, this baby gained 7 ounces. His weight at death was 5 pounds and 13 ounces, and he was about 5 months old. So that's unacceptable. Once the family relocated to Shreveport, they were eventually able to get a nice brick house. If you saw the pictures from the scene, they had made a home. It was well furnished with nice furniture. It had beds. It also had cases of baby food in the photographs. So they were getting baby food in jars for their other
See,
child.
I'm emotional.
There was the refrigerator was well stocked with milk, beer, adult food. So it wasn't like they were destitute and everybody was starving to death. There was an empty box that would have contained a case of beer in the photographs of the scene. So we dismiss the narrative that these people had no choices. They had a vehicle. In fact, the records indicate they had two vehicles. They had been to Walmart the day before this happened. Why not pick up some baby formula while you're at Walmart? Or if you have a vehicle, take the baby to the doctor, go to the emergency room. I hope that the board was able to view the pictures that I emailed and see how no rational person could look at that poor, emaciated baby and not do something. Take him to the emergency room, take him to the doctor, take him to a fire station and drop him off where he would have a chance for strangers to take care of him. So I think there were a lot of options that these people chose not to take. All the doctors that testified in this case said that this baby could have been saved, that he didn't have to die. And so I appreciate the comments from Miss Wood's family. My heart goes out to them. They are victims in this too. I can't imagine what it was like for them. I think it's a huge sign of their
She said victims in
moral
this too. I think they're the
character
only
that
victims
they're
still around.
behind her.
Your office is not victims for sure.
The role of the district attorney's office is to see that justice is served and to speak for those who can't speak for themselves, like baby Emmanuel. There were over 1 million people that evacuated New Orleans for Hurricane Katrina, but how many of them their baby starved to death? Miss Woods was 25 years old. She had 3 other kids. She wasn't a new teenage mom. She had a common law husband who was there. He had a job at McDonald's and was working. They were getting FEMA money.
All
they
right.
were getting WIC. Even when the WIC ran out, there's no excuse for feeding your baby watered down powdered milk. That just doesn't make any sense for any rational person to do such a thing. So, we also had time, the baby, as you all know, died on November 27th of 05.
Is this the?
This case took a lot of investigation and obtaining records.
All right.
And so Ms.
So
Woods
we're gonna
wasn't
go ahead
indicted
and
until
skip ahead of her because I think it's her.
September of 06, which gave
She
us
getting it though.
about 10 months.
Classes, substance abuse classes.
If I may, can I just clarify just a couple things from
All
my
right, we got to
record?
get out of there. Sorry.
I don't think at this time it would be appropriate.
Okay.
All right. I'm assigning the case, so I'll get to be the one to vote first. Before I vote, I do need to acknowledge that you're doing a good job where you are. That you completed a lot of good programs, which we didn't get into a whole lot of details about, but there's a lot of programs you completed that are very good. You have a low risk on your Tiger score. You got many letters of support from friends, family, employees. You are a true first offender. This is the first crime you ever committed. And there's no victim opposition. We have law enforcement opposition, but no victim opposition. So all of that being said, I'm going to vote today to grant parole to the parole project for a minimum of 1 year. That you take mental health classes, substance abuse classes, parenting classes, whatever they have to offer at the parole project. I want you busy with classes the whole time you're there.
Or a job.
And what?
Or a job.
And a job. Ms. Lou said, or a job, I said, and a job. So we want you to be busy. And that's
Excuse me. That's one person. Look, come on.
Ms. Stapleton?
I agree with everything that Mr. Barra just said. Everything. And then I saw the pictures of the baby.
Uh-oh.
And then, we heard Leon describe the situation. Based upon what I saw and what I heard from Leon as reasons why they indicted you and you were found guilty of the crime of second-degree murder. You did get life, and then it was reduced to 36 years, of which you served half of, 18 of the 36 years. And you've done remarkable, wonderful things. But because of the condition of the child.
Okay, so she will be denied. I think she has to have all three.
The DA's office described, I am not going to be able to grant you parole today, and extreme law enforcement opposition.
Ms. Woods, my vote today is grant parole to the parole project. You have you pose no risk to public safety. You have done an excellent job of rehabilitation. Your conduct has been very good, and your plans for reentering are excellent. But at this time, you needed a unanimous vote. So today, your parole has been denied. We wish you well. Thank you very much. And that concludes our business there at LCIW.
Tough. I knew it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Miss Stapleton was on the board, and like she said, I'm gonna wait to hear what Leon says, not the district attorney. I'm gonna wait to hear what Leon said. And when I heard it, and if you have food in the house, you got beer, you got snacks and all that, no, I'm sorry. We gotta take care of that baby. And in their eyes, bare minimum. And I heard that Katrina stuff. I felt that. And I bet mentally it's hard to come back. I couldn't even imagine. Couldn't even imagine. Not gonna try to imagine. But when I heard what I heard right there, I knew what they were gonna do. Parole one more time. We're moving on. We've got what was this, Tad Crawford coming up? I'm actually going to trust the system here. Let me do this. I'm feeling good. Feeling real good. Feeling real good. There we go. All right. I'm gonna make sure I had that in the right spot. All right, so I'm gonna be honest. This Uncle Ernest, I don't know what I did. It's hitting different. Rapid onset. Okay, so I think what I was doing was I was overdoing before. Like I do a whole bunch, but I wasn't letting it dry. Does that make sense? I wasn't letting it cruise through and do what it needed to do. So now that I've broke it down, I like that. I really like that. A little more. That was only 20 milligrams. Why? Damn, nice. You know what? They say sip slow, man. You gotta be crazy and rambunctious. Sip slow, Shar. Sip slow. Because I'm gonna be honest, that is amazing. The feeling I have right now, boy, we're gonna be here all night. Well, that's a lie. I always fall asleep, but got that pineapple express too. It's great. All right, let's put all this up. Start this next hearing. Parole one more time. We're back at it. 6 viewers so far. I would take it. None of y'all. Nobody sticking and hang with the kid? Eh? So let's put that in the fridge. Yes. Wonderful.
Good morning. The Louisiana Committee on Parole is impaneled at headquarters in Baton Rouge. On my left is Ms. Stapleton. To my right is Mr. Byron and Ms. Ledoux. And we are at Rapides Detention Center for the purpose of a revocation. Mr. Crawford, is there anyone in the room with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, then would you introduce yourself with your name and your DOC number?
Ted Crawford, 764-273.
Hey, Mr. Crawford, you're before this panel because you've been accused of violating conditions of your parole. Do you have a questionnaire in front of you that you signed, you recognize your signature on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That, the answers to that questionnaire indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. Have you hired an attorney for today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start. Mr. Barra, Ms. Stapleton is going to read out your allegations, or you want me to?
Oh, I got them. Thank
Okay.
you, though.
So, and then we have a friend, Anthony McEvers, that we will hear from after Ms. Stapleton concludes her business.
Okay, good morning. Rule violation number 4, in that you have failed to refrain from engaging in criminal activity by your arrest on 11/14/2025 by the Pineville Police Department for the alleged offenses of battery on a police officer and resisting an officer. Court date is 4/2/2026 on pending charges. How do you plead on that?
Well, resisting arrest, I plead guilty, but I didn't batter no police officer, ma'am.
So guilty with a statement, let's go there, and then you can get to explain it, okay? All right, and then number 10, you have failed to maintain your monetary obligations set by Department of Corrections, which is evident by your arrears in the amount of $315. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Okay, why don't you tell me in your words what happened that day?
Well, whenever they came to the house, I didn't know my friend and his old lady was there. I told them that they wasn't there. And then come to find out they was there, so they opened an investigation on me. They checked my ID, I gave it to them. And whenever they ran my name, they found my dad's name, Jr. They found his name with 5 warrants. They came back talking about I had 5 warrants. And I put my hand up in front of me like this and told them I went and see my PO that morning, and they snatched me off the porch. And then they slammed me on the ground. They got me in the cuffs. And then they said I spit on the cop, but I didn't spit on the cop.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that one. So, when the
Let's see if she
officer
believes
fell on the
that.
ground, did you see him grab his leg or anything? Was he able to walk, or was he, kind of hobbled at that point?
No, ma'am.
He said, no,
You
man.
didn't notice like he looked like he was injured in any way, his leg?
Damn, he ain't hurt
No,
him, did he?
ma'am.
He ain't hurt the cop.
And so they arrested you. And I know that, like you said, the warrant was not for you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I don't have any further questions at this time.
Mr. Barra?
No question.
Mr. Crawford, had you already spent 28 days in a inpatient drug program since you were out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When I was reading the file, I was a little concerned about your housing stability. Were you homeless at the time of this arrest?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you had some stability.
Yes, ma'am.
You had some, okay. You have a friend, I said Anthony McEvers. At this time, would you like to make a statement, Mr.
Look, he said he just simply said I didn't do it.
Yes, ma'am.
I
was
didn't do
contacted
the cop like that.
and was told to give y'all the point-to-point witness testimony to what had happened that day. I was there. I was standing right beside Taz Crawford Jr. when everything had happened.
This is a witness.
Do you want me to tell you how everything befold?
I think that would be enlightening. Yes.
All right.
Everything before. Get your white
Police
witness.
officers had
Let's
showed
go.
up to 406 First Street and was doing a wellness check because my mother-in-law called a wellness check.
Okay.
Taz Crawford had not known that I was in the house because I usually take the other truck to go do my errands. I have two vehicles. And my other vehicle he just did not see. I was asleep. He had gotten me. I walked to the door. That's when the second officer said that he had a warrant for his arrest.
Okay.
Taz Crawford Jr. had put his hand up, was saying, "Hey, I went to my probation officer. There's no way. Could you check it again, give or take?" And the officers had grabbed him and slammed him to the concrete step below. Now, the bigger officer did bash his, I think, right knee onto the concrete. But he was able to walk away from it. He said it was bruised. He'll be fine. They proceeded to throw him around from the concrete to the grass yard in my front yard.
That's typically what they do.
And then proceeded to bring him to the cop car, slam him into the back door, and then they had made a distinct. They finally figured out that they got the wrong name. They still charged him.
That's the big thing. They got the wrong
but
name.
He was not spitting on the
But he was kicking ass.
The
He was
whole
kicking
time,
ass.
He was tensed up, trying to tell them, "Hey, could you please run my name again? There's no way I could be wanted if
I
I
was
just
joking,
saw
guys.
my
I do believe.
parole officer." The officers just put him in his car,
If
and
they come out,
they decided to file
Hold on.
charges anyways, and
Hold on.
they drove off. I went to the station to make sure.
You guys probably thought I was joking earlier. If you see this, I'm not going to delete this one. I'm going to leave it. I usually delete the lives because, like, why you want to watch it later? Catch it live when it's live. But you thought I was joking when I said if they show up, somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. If they show up, Louisiana, somebody going to jail. Oh, we got to show up with these gloves
what
on
was
and stuff.
going
We got
on.
hyped up and drink our energy drinks.
They said that I would have to just wait and see, honestly. Taz Crawford is a real good gentleman. He actually had a job, if you could believe that. I was helping him get a better job, something he can be able to pay back some of his dues, which I'm still looking for. I actually work for a company that would actually hire him for some of his skill sets.
Great
and I'm
witness.
just hoping, he'll maybe be released soon so I can get him started on the path of being
Great
able to pay
witness.
some things back and
Great
being
witness.
able to start his life again since it's been put on pause.
I'll kick it with you, boy. You welcome to the barbecue, boy.
I see that there's gonna be pending charges in a court case on 4/2. Are you gonna be called as a witness for that court case? Have you heard anything about that?
No, ma'am, I have not heard not a single word about anything.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you were subpoenaed for anything.
Like you.
Okay, well, thank you. Anybody have any questions for him?
I don't. I don't.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Okay, so, Ms. Stapleton's asked her questions. Do we have any questions for you, Mr. Barra?
Just one, Mr. Crawford, you've been in jail since November 14th, 25?
Yes, sir.
That's my only question.
Do you know if you will, have the opportunity to, have bail or be released if you are not held on our warrant?
Yes, ma'am. I will be able to.
Okay. All right. I don't have other questions either.
I need to go in executive session.
Request has been made for executive session by Ms. Stapleton.
Yes.
Mr. Barak concurs. So we will be with you. We're going to discuss confidential information. Okay, we've returned from executive session. Mr. Crawford, let me ask one more time. You have stable housing?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, because I read the report and you didn't when you first got out last,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just want to make sure of that because that's a big deal for me. All right. Stapleton.
Okay, Mr. Crawford, my vote today is gonna be to not revoke your parole.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Barra.
I'm gonna also vote to not revoke, but I'm gonna add a condition that you complete substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that's ordered.
He just got out of 28 days.
When did you get out the 28 days?
August 5th, I believe.
And what's your sobriety plan after that? What are you doing now? Meetings?
Well, I was staying clean. I had got me a job, and I was planning on starting going to AA meetings and stuff here in Alexandria.
All right, I'll accept AA meetings in place of the substance abuse.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Crawford, my vote is also to not revoke you, to continue you on supervision with the condition that you have at least one time a week you go to an AA meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's our decision and you will be processed for release.
All right.
There we go. So he will be processed for release. Hell of a witness, representative. I tell you what, that's that Dungeons and Dragons. That's that Dungeons and Dragons max level mage that just came through spitting. Y'all don't even know what you just saw. That guy right there, he's a lead salesman. He was a lead salesman, probably at Dick's Sporting Goods. You got to be a guy just like that to even make that position. You don't even know what you saw. He was spitting. He got him out of there. If you don't have a friend like that, see, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. That's some of the problems that some of y'all have. Okay, how much shit going to die when it was just at 60%? What's really going on here? What is going on? I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused. I don't want to go pro. Always some extra stuff going on here. I don't want to do all that. So go where I was at. What? Like what? Got Muhammad Ali up there, by the way. But like I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted by my camera, like how do you even do that? Um, yeah, that was a fifth level mage right there. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons spitter right there. His game was so tight. He was prepared to get his friend out. And I was working on, I can still get the job. Damn, that motherfucker, boy. He's so damn convincing. Oh, what do we have next? You know what? I'm about to risk it all for you. Not the city of the man, you take the man. 53. Okay. Still got plenty of energy. This guy. And when I'm back in shit, I'm feeling it. Let me get this on.
Good morning. The Louisiana Committee on Parole is impaneled at headquarters in Baton Rouge. Today on the panel to the left is Ms. Stapleton, to my right, Mr. Barra, and Ms. Ledoux. Would you please state your name and your DOC number for the record?
Tyrese Cooper, 765-289.
Mr. Cooper, do you have a piece of paper in front of you that has your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The answers to that questionnaire indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. Did you hire an attorney for today?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Cooper, you're here because you have been charged with violating conditions of your parole. We're going to read out those conditions. You're going to enter a plea of guilty with a statement, or not guilty. Mr. Barra is going to handle that, those questionings. But before he does, do you have anybody in the room there at the Bossier Max facility?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Barra.
All right, this is somewhat of a repeat of your preliminary hearing that you had with your parole officer. I'm gonna go over the same violations that you've already pled guilty to all of them at the preliminary hearing and see what you have to say about them now. Condition number 2, that you failed to report for the month of April and May of 2025. How do you plead to that?
I plead guilty.
You tested positive for marijuana on April 9th, 2025. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
You committed the offense of child desertion and pled guilty as charged on 10/9/25 and was sentenced to serve 6 months in jail. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
You committed the offense of unauthorized entry of an inhabited dwelling and pled guilty to simple criminal trespassing on October 9th, 2025 and sentenced to 30 days. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
Right. You committed the offense of unauthorized entry. Okay, never mind. That one was now processed. Number 7, you failed to report for the month of April, making it impossible for your parole officer to see you. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
And you're behind $632 on your parole fees. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
Okay. So again, you pled guilty to all of the violations that was alleged by the parole officer. Do you have any statement that you would like to make to us before we vote about revocation of parole?
The authorized interest charge, I was paroled out to the house, and that child desertion, they just gave me the charge because I was living there. But it wasn't my charge, but they gave me the charge because I was living there, and something happened with another person and her baby, but I was living there, so they gave me that charge. I just pled guilty to it because it was a misdemeanor. And for April, I didn't show up in April because I had to go to work. I was working at Dollar General, and I had to go to work, not Dollar General, but $500, and I had to go to work. But I did report, when I called her, I did report to the parole office, and I think it's in Benton or Menden. I think one of the parole office that's supposed to parole to.
Okay.
There's only one problem. One problem. You said guilty 50 times.
All right, anybody has questions? All right, Mr. Cooper, I'm assigned your case, so I'll have to vote first. It looks like you continued criminal behavior while you're on supervision and didn't report like you were supposed to or pay. You leave me no choice after being convicted of new charges. I have to vote to revoke your parole.
Revoke.
I concur with Mr. Barra.
My vote is also to revoke. So today you have been revoked, Mr. Cooper.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Mr. Cooper will be revoked and headed back to Louisiana prison. Pretty cut and dry. You know, he pled guilty. I think there were at least bare minimum. I was jokingly saying 50 charges, but I mean bare minimum. It's not funny. Bare minimum 5 to 10 charges, and he said he was guilty to all of them. So, I mean, not much work to be put in and done. So, moving on to the next one. We're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna get to the still smoking show. Man, we got a lot of crazy news going on, and you know what? I gotta educate you guys because first of all, I don't even watch news. Oh. Damn, he said he walking up the street. Man, he know he gotta go. Know he gotta go. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Let me get my playlist together because I always say I'm gonna. Oh, I always say I'm gonna do the still smoking show, and then I jump off because I'm smoked. I go to sleep, but we're gonna do it tonight. Show you my mics. I've got some good questions tonight for the crowd tonight. It's gonna be very controversial. I'm proud of me. Be cleaning some shoes all night.
Yeah. Something.
I never take care of my stuff, but you know what, man? If you're gonna spend money on stuff, you gotta take care of it. I'm gonna sit down here tonight and clean my shoes. My dress shoes.
If you can hear us, I'm trying to get it to work.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and move it on.
You might not know how to work it. The person knows how to work it. Left.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The Louisiana Committee on Parole is impaneled at headquarters in Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
Seated to my left is Carolyn Stapleton. To my right is Danny Byroth. I'm Jerry Ledoux. Our remote location is Caldwell Parish Detention. Is there anyone else in the room with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Would staff please introduce yourself for the record?
Lieutenant Michael Doty.
Nice to have you. Do you have any comments, Mr. Doty, about his conduct since he's been in there?
No, ma'am, I've had no problem with this inmate.
Thank you very much. Sir, would you please state your name and your DOC number for the record?
Jaquan Jermaine Cunningham, 785-712.
Okay. Mr. Cunningham, do you have a parole questionnaire in front of you that you recognize your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the answers to those questions indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. Did you hire an attorney for today?
No, ma'am, I didn't even know when my paperwork was when the hearing was gonna be. I didn't know that.
You were provided with that information. So today we're going to read some allegations of violations of your parole, and you're going to give us a plea of guilty with a statement, or not guilty. And Mr. Balra is going to read those allegations.
Looking at your case, it looks like you have a pending court date on some felony drug charges for February 19th. Is that still your pending date?
When they say February?
February 19th, next week.
Today.
I ain't know. Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't play.
Would you like to continue this hearing until after the outcome of them charges?
Say to when, to after?
Yeah, go to court on that and see what happens before we hear your case right now.
Say March 14th.
No, sir. We should go do it right now.
Okay. All right, then I'll read the violation, and you can
Ooh,
you can make a statement either guilty, not guilty, guilty with a statement.
he made a decision. Let's do it.
On May 28, 25, you were billed by Grant Parish DA with
This is what
possession
matters.
of a
Here
controlled
we go.
dangerous substance Schedule 2, which the Colfax Police Department arrested you on on 4/7/25. According to the bill, the alleged crime occurred on March 14th, 2025. And I believe that's the one that's continued. How do you plead to that charge?
I did a 3-day sanction on it, so that's what I'm trying to see.
Well, that's different. You got a 3-day sanction, but you still got to face the charges.
Well, I'm saying is
The DA can charge you, give you years on it. It's a felony.
then
You don't get it.
well, I'm trying to see like what.
You don't
I'm
understand.
trying to see. I'm trying to see like how is it supposed to go? I don't know how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying, sir? I don't.
Well, we're going to determine if you violated your parole today, and we're going to either leave you on parole or we're going to revoke you. Or I gave you the option. You can wait till the outcome of that charge, and then we'll make that decision.
That's certainly my first time doing it. I'm trying to see how this what's going on, sir. On new news.
So you want to go on with it? You said so.
Yeah. So not
Tell me,
guilty.
would you plead guilty or not guilty to that charge?
Not guilty.
You want to make a statement about it?
Oh yes, sir. There were other people staying in the house.
Instead of being
We're gonna come back to that one.
gang, you need to read something. Go get y'all a book. Go sit your
All
ass
right,
down
you
and read a
arrested
book.
on
Y'all some non-speaking.
4/7/25 by the Colfax Police Department for charge of sexual battery.
This shit's
misdemeanor,
scary.
And simple battery based on warrants obtained by the Colfax Police
Let
Department.
me mute me.
In which took place on or about January 25th or February 25th. And you were served with a notice of preliminary hearing and you chose to defer pending disposition of the charge. Since the charge of sexual battery, misdemeanor battery, and simple battery have been declined by the DA's office, the CDS charge, which we just talked about, still remains. I see that the sexual charges was declined by the DA because of lack of cooperation from the victim. So we're gonna eliminate the sexual charges on that one. Again, according to the bill of information, for possession of CDS charge, on March 14th, you were found in possession of methamphetamine. You appeared in court on October 16th, 2025 for a status hearing in which the trial was set for February 19th. So that's the one that's coming up next week. How do you plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
All right. And that you failed to make payments toward your fees. How do you plead to that?
Not guilty.
You paid your fees?
I can. I will. Now I was trying to make payments, and then I never missed a day.
All right. So go ahead and tell me, go ahead and make your statement about the drug charge that's pending.
Well, they said it was paraphernalia. They said it was paraphernalia from a broken pipe that was found in a trash can. You know what I'm saying, in the place I was living in that I cleaned up. I cleaned up a place that I was living in, and it had other people in the house. I was the only person who took to jail when they had other people in the house.
So they found paraphernalia with drug residue in the house where you were living.
Yes, sir.
And you say that you don't know nothing about it. It's not yours.
We had other people living in the house.
That's what we're gonna have the trial for next week. Okay. And then you failed to make any payments toward your supervision fees. It says any payments. That means like not one?
So I had to get out. Once I got out, I had to find a job.
Did you?
Yes, sir. I had found a job, but I don't know if I still got it now.
Were you paying your fees when you got your job?
See, I had to go a weekend.
You had to do what?
Had to go a weekend. Had to
What you
get
mean?
the job first.
So you didn't have a job?
I had to find a job. What was it?
Okay. All right.
Had to had to find a job, sir.
All right. That's all the questions I had for him.
I don't have any questions.
Mr. Cunningham, do you have a drug problem?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
All right. With no time to vote. With no more questions, it's time to vote. I gotta vote first. I'm gonna have to vote to revoke your parole due to continued criminal activity while on supervision, using drugs, possessing drugs.
Stapleton.
I concur with Mr. Parole.
Okay, Mr. Cunningham, let me give you just a little bit of understanding here. So when you're honest with us, we can help you, but so you don't have a drug problem. You're going to be going up for these charges for possession of drugs, okay? But you actually tested positive for drugs. So is it not a problem that you do it, or is it just
And
because
see,
it's
this is
our
where I'm
problem?
talking about the mental. You know what I mean?
I've tested positive for drugs. Well, yeah, I got a problem then.
Okay.
Positive, yes, I got a problem. So,
Have you ever had drug treatment?
no, ma'am.
No, he can't afford
I
that.
haven't had no kind of treatment. I've been trying
Ain't
to.
nobody, you know
Been
what's
trying to
crazy?
get treatment, and all they
Nobody
do is
walks
ship
out,
me.
hey, let me do this for
I've
free.
been trying
That's
to go
right.
get my GED and everything. All they do is ship me around.
Mm.
Okay, well,
And that's
I'm
real.
gonna
Listen to his
vote
talk. Listen to his
revoke.
voice.
I could have, if you'd admitted it to begin with, we could have sent you maybe to a drug rehab program. But my vote is gonna be to,
Positive. I didn't know. I didn't know I took a test.
you could have told the truth.
I
You're
didn't
positive
have a
drug.
problem.
Okay. All right. So today you have been revoked. We do wish you well. That concludes our business there.
Damn, I didn't know I had a problem.
Said, I don't even know I had a problem. Mm. You know what's crazy, man? That's why I do it, because the 6 people that are viewing, I hope this makes you stay out of prison. I hope this makes you read a book. Listen to him, man. Look at how far behind he is. You know, when they say, I had a commenter comment on one of the little videos, and he got it 100% what I was feeling when I posted that. He said, in 200 years, someone's going to view this video and they're going to say, this, was the root of this was systematic um, racism. And, whenever someone says something like that, anyone, uh, let's say that doesn't agree with that, gets instantly offended, up in a roar, and won't ask questions. How did you come to that conclusion? And I'm not saying in any way that the person that said that would ever ask a question, but what I'm saying is not asking when they get there, but what I'm saying is that education, the lack of education, and what bothers me is that everybody realizes how short life is when it's time to die. Right? I unfortunately realized how short life was. Almost what shit, a little more than a year ago. well, more than a year ago. And now February, she passed last month, losing my mom. My mom was sick for a long time, 2 times. And I don't give a damn to share the story. I'm just explaining my thinking. And my mom was raised the daughter of a sharecropper, right? So like sharecroppers, your kids work too, and they're out in the fields. And my mom used to pick cotton and stuff. And I'll never forget what my mother told me. And I don't give a damn about you feeling any way or you believing this has nothing. Well, my mother did. Stop that shit. Never forget what my mother told me. She said, Shar, one night to get away from them, we moved at night. And even as a little kid, I shrunk in my chair and I felt smaller. And she said, my dad got us all together and moved at night. And I said, Mom, why'd you have to run away at night? Or run away? She said, run away, not move, run away at night. And we're talking this in 1900s. And she said, because, Shard, we were still slaves. Because they were sharecroppers. You owe money on land you don't. And I've never, it's excuse for what, but what I'm saying is like, what happened to those people that never made it out? Sure, that plantation shut down. My mom and them moved at night. My mom was the first one in her family to get education. Many followed. She was the figurehead, straight up. Rest in peace, Mom. And you know, one of the problems in our community is that the firstborn, the successful firstborn, is the one that usually has the most financial troubles, so on and so forth. But the systematic that I was getting at was that education, man, and everyone and the systematic, honestly, at this point, is a choice. School is free. School is free. If you can't get to school, speak out. School is free, but everybody want to be cool and do everything but school. Get educated, can't read, and then when you get in a situation like this, you can't even articulate how you're feeling. That's what it was, and they know you can't articulate. Guy before with the seizures, straight up, and I'm glad I couldn't read the parole board, and I'm glad I couldn't read them because they were feeling like I was feeling. Everybody was looking a different way. He was having seizures, man. Damn near had a seizure sitting here explaining it to you guys. And I'm so thankful for Miss Stapleton saying that because I was wanting her to show a little bit of humanity. She said, I'm sorry you're going through this. Thank you, Miss Stapleton.
Hello, this is the Louisiana Committee on Parole, and we're impaneled here at headquarters in Baton Rouge. On my left is Ms. Stapleton. To my right is Mr. Bob Roth. And I'm Jerry Ledoux. Would you introduce yourself and give us your DOC number? Okay, you're on mute, so we can't hear you. Okay.
Okay, my name is Richard Jason Festivan, and my DOC number is 176698.
Okay. The staff there in the room, please introduce yourself for the record.
Yes, ma'am. Lieutenant Parker Crockett.
Deputy Davis classification.
Great. Do y'all have any comments on this offenders while he's been in your custody?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Okay, Mr. Festivan, do you have a piece of paper in front of you that you signed? Questions?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. The answers to that questionnaire indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. And okay. I don't think that you hired an attorney today, did you?
No, ma'am. Not that I know of.
Okay, you would know. Mr. Festivan, I'm going to read the allegations against you, and you're going to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or guilty with a statement. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay, go ahead.
we are accusing you that you failed to adhere to the condition of supervision by giving probation and parole agents the wrong address. You
Got
gave
him.
them, you were supposed to be paroled out to 609
Got him.
Carrot Drive, Shreveport.
That's Baccarat Drive, ma'am. That's where my stepmother. That's where I'm going. Yes, ma'am.
But you were actually, when you were arrested, you told them that your address was 3208 Riviera Street.
Well, ma'am, I was in the process. I had was purchasing some property. It's next door. I don't have the mailbox or none of that stuff there, but I was in the process of purchasing some property, and at the time, that's where the occasion happened at. But I'm still at 609 Baccarat. That's where I'm back in. That's where my clothes. You know what I'm saying? I was just there for the weekend cleaning up my property, the property that I was purchasing.
Okay, so are you guilty or not guilty?
No, ma'am. I was not guilty. I still at the residence.
Okay.
At 609 Baccarat. For now.
Okay. Number 4, you failed to adhere to your supervision requirements by committing the offense of operating a
It's so
vehicle
interesting the way they move certain people along.
while under supervision for certain prior felonies, violations of registration provisions,
Especially the ones that can't
and
speak.
criminal sanctions for operating a motor vehicle.
You know what? I
not
guess they're
covered
essentially
by
telling you, get some
insurance.
classes.
The second and third of those, I think, were not charged, but you did plead guilty to operating a vehicle with a suspended license.
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Okay.
And Judge Ramona gave me 4 months, and I've already did all that, ma'am.
Okay, but you were guilty of doing that.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I was.
Okay, so when they went to arrest you on August 18th, you were in possession of a firearm at that time.
Ma'am, I had bought a truck. My mother had just passed away, and I was moving.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Guilty, not guilty, or guilty with a statement. Did you have a gun in your vehicle when you were arrested?
Ma'am, it's not my vehicle. It's not my truck. The gun.
I know, but you were driving it because they saw you. Did you have a gun in the vehicle that you were in control of that day?
No, ma'am, I didn't. The gun is not mine. It is not. No, ma'am, it's not my truck. It's nothing. No, ma'am.
Okay, I have, I wrote down, I read everything in your file, everything that the officer said, and
yes,
I
ma'am.
put on my file, you may be allergic to the truth.
No, ma'am. I'm
because everything that
I told the fire officer that I had forgot. I bought the truck and I had forgot the gun was behind the truck. I told the officer. I said, Officer Duvall, I forgot it was in there. And when he said, "Sir, is there anything?" I said, "Yes, sir, officer. There's a firearm behind the passenger seat." I do, sir. It is. I told the officer, and he said, "Thank you, Richard." He said, "You're not going to be charged for it." I say, "Thank you, Officer Duvall." Yes, ma'am.
it's a violation of your parole.
Uh,
Do my colleagues have any questions?
No questions.
Damn. Quick.
Mr. Festervan,
Yes, ma'am.
you are having a lifetime suspension of your driver's license because you had a DWI 3rd and 4th.
Yes, ma'am. That's in the prior past. Yes, ma'am. I have.
Well, it's in the current too.
Okay.
So I'm prepared to vote based on preponderance of evidence. My vote is to revoke that you have violated conditions of parole. Mr. Bob Rock?
I concur. Same with you.
Ms. Stapleton?
I concur for the same reason.
Okay, so today your parole has been revoked.
Ma'am, over misdemeanor.
And the good.
Cut him. Cut it. Cut it. Yep. You've been revoked. Misdemeanor. Yes. What is the... Everybody think I'm playing. Education is key. You better learn and study. When you go there, you better read a book. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How you gonna be the toughest and the dumbest? How is each and every one of